Hello, Yankees Nation. Welcome back to Bronx Bomber News. Today we have two major updates involving the immediate future of our coaching staff, our infield, and most importantly, what the team is planning as it aims to return to the World Series after falling to Blue Jays in the Division Series. The offseason is finally gaining momentum in the Bronx, and pieces are beginning to move. Some quietly, others absolutely explosive. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any Bombers updates. Now, let's dive straight into our first big story of the day. Update 1. Yankees promote Dan Fiorito and reshape the coaching staff. The Yankees' internal reorganization has finally been revealed, and although it didn't come with major changes in leadership, it brought important adjustments to the team's day-to-day operations. Aaron Boone returned for his 9th season in the Bronx, something that already signals stability, but the front office wanted to make clear that the guiding principle for 2026 is optimization, refinement, and minimal margin for error. After 2 straight seasons finishing with 94 wins and once again exiting in the Division Series, the organization evaluated that a revolution wasn't necessary, but a more precise alignment between technical preparation, player development, and tactical planning was. It is within this context that the most significant promotion appears. Dan Fiorito, now stepping into a triple role as first base coach, infield coach, and base running coach. It is both a symbolic and practical rise. Fiorito is entering his 9th season with the organization, and his path has taken him through nearly every level of the minors, from roving infield/outfield instructor to minor league defensive coordinator, and even manager for GCL Yankees East, High A Hudson Valley, and Double A Somerset. For the Major League roster, his arrival represents philosophical continuity with a touch of innovation. The club trusts his communication skills, his meticulous approach to fundamentals, and his ability to turn technical concepts into clear, applicable adjustments. He joins Boone's staff with deep familiarity regarding the young talent pipeline and a strong understanding of the internal culture the Yankees want to reinforce. Alongside him, Boone adds 2 reinforcements that further strengthen the support structure. Desi Drusha returns as assistant pitching coach after a season with the Mets in the same role, bringing prior familiarity with the Yankees' pitching development processes, and Jake Hurst arrives as assistant hitting coach in his 7th season within the organization. Hurst knows the minor league system intimately, having served as both hitting coordinator and hitting coach at multiple levels, making him a valuable piece in the transition of young hitters to the major leagues. These additions maintain the club's philosophy: modernize without disruption, adjust without destabilizing. At the same time, 3 members of the previous staff, Travis Chapman, Mike Harkey, and Pat Roessler, will not return to their former positions, although GM Brian Cashman has expressed interest in keeping them within the organization in different roles. This reinforces that the restructuring was not punitive but strategic. These moves are designed to redistribute responsibilities, create new working dynamics, and identify areas of improvement in the team's technical approach, especially in defense, base running, and fine-tuning the development of players at the major league level. As a whole, these adjustments send a clear message. The Yankees want continuity, but with surgical refinements aimed at correcting flaws that became evident late in the 2025 season. Nothing here feels radical, but everything points toward quiet, carefully calibrated modernization, with a clear intention to transform the team's operational details, from fundamentals to daily execution, so that 94 wins stop being a ceiling and instead become the baseline from which this group intends to launch towards something bigger in 2026. Update 2. Ketel Marte in the Bronx? Blockbuster rumor reignites the Volpe debate. If the first update speaks of stability, this one shakes the structural future of the Yankees. Even though the organization publicly stated that Anthony Volpe will remain the shortstop in 2026, the internal discussion around the position grew stronger after a season in which the young player, despite being a valuable defender at times, led the league in errors while playing through a shoulder injury. This exposed something the front office had already been monitoring carefully. Volpe's offensive development still has not reached the level of impact the team needs at the heart of its infield. So, even though the position is officially his, the Yankees have begun to explore possibilities that could immediately elevate the team's competitiveness. This is the context in which the Arizona Diamondbacks enter the conversation. According to Jim Bowden, Ketel Marte may be available, and the mere possibility of an all-star of that caliber appearing on the Yankees' radar instantly changes the tone of the offseason in the Bronx. Bowden suggests a proposal: Elmer Rodriguez, the system's number 3 prospect, and shortstop Roderick Arias, ranked number 20, is a kind of package that creates instant debate: a high price and farm talent, but elite immediate return. Marte is not just a solid second baseman. He has established himself as one of the most productive players in the league over the past few years. A 2-time All-Star, Silver Slugger recipient, and MVP vote getter, he combines defensive versatility with steady offensive impact, something the Yankees have chased repeatedly with mixed success in recent off-seasons. His extremely team-friendly contract is another reason this possibility is so enticing. He is under club control for 6 more seasons, with just $28 million in salary over the next 2, nearly symbolic considering his level of production. For a team already operating with a high payroll, the chance to add an elite all-star without compromising future financial flexibility is incredibly rare. Marte's arrival would reorganize the infield immediately, allowing for tactical and defensive adjustments that would strengthen the team without another major transaction. He would naturally take over second base, while the Yankees would keep Volpe at shortstop, at least at first. In that scenario, the pressure on the young player would rise dramatically, as he would be surrounded by proven infielders, pushing expectations higher and reducing the margin for inconsistencies. The sensitive issue, of course, remains Volpe. The shoulder surgery this offseason may help him regain defensive stability, but his offensive numbers had shown limitations even before the injury. There is no indication that the club is considering trading him. However, the possibility of adding a player of Marte's caliber inevitably changes the conversation around who is truly untouchable. For a team trying to return to the World Series after 2 straight seasons falling at the same hurdle, immediate upgrades stop being a luxury and become a necessity. And whenever a chance appears to acquire an all-star still in his physical and technical prime, the front office is obligated to at least explore the opportunity. In the end, the question echoing throughout the Bronx is simple but heavy. How far are the Yankees willing to go to accelerate this competitive window? Accepting a trade like this would signal that the club is ready to sacrifice part of its distant future for a stronger present, and in turn would reveal how much patience still exists internally regarding the development of Anthony Volpe, the franchise's most ambitious homegrown bet in recent years. To close things out, Yankees Nation, what a day of intense news in the Bronx. We saw Boone's coaching staff take shape with new faces and deserving promotions, while a massive rumor reignites the debate about the offensive and defensive future of our infield. Now I want to hear from you. Is Ketel Marte the missing piece to unlock this lineup? Do you believe Volpe can still make the leap everyone hopes for? And which coaching staff change stood out the most to you? Leave your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one of them. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit like. And if you're not subscribed yet, tap the subscribe button and activate the bell so you never miss a Bombers update. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Bronx Bomber News. Go Yankees!